What's up, guys? We're gonna brobeatz. I'm gonna be showing you guys how to make a Future and Drake type beat. If you guys haven't subbed already, go turn on to do so, because those will be a lot. Let's hop right into it. So for this one's gonna be a little different, just because the style will be a little different. So we'll be in half time instead of like 160, 150. So half of that, which will be around 80. Now the sweet spot I would say is like 80 to 90, right? So anything in between here will do. So let's just grab in a scale. Let's just do like an A minor since it's all the white notes. Okay. Let's go ahead and get started with our first sound. All right, so here is the guitar. Now the VST doesn't matter too much, but if you have this, these are the settings I'm using for this setup here. Okay, so let's go in, let's get to making this melody. So it's pretty simple. Pretty much you just want to take the chord, the first chord of the root. So it's an A minor in our case. Right, and if you don't know how to make a chord, you can come up here, go to stamps and pull in chords and stuff, right? So what you want to do is actually take the top notes and pull them down an octave so it looks like this. And this is gonna get you that kind of sad, like love vibe. Okay. So what we can do now is just animate it, right? So it'll just be this over and over and over. Okay, so I'm gonna just, and we gotta change this to 1/3 grid. We can just do this. And then just pretty much copy this over the whole way. Now actually I probably should have edited the velocity real quick. So just edit it a little bit. If you have a VST that allows you to do that, and then you can just copy it over. Okay. And then usually what I would do is just kind of let everything leak over a bit. Now over here, simple trick we can do is go down 5. Now you got to be careful because sometimes the notes won't add up. But if it doesn't, you can go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then pull it down, and you'll get in the same spot. Okay. So let's fix this up, and then this is kind of the melody that we have. Okay, and let's copy it over, shrink this down, and that is kind of the basis of our melody. And then I think we can add in the bass because it is sounding a little dry right now. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so I'm gonna just go ahead and do the bass next, just because I need some low end for the melody, so it doesn't sound as dry. So you could just go and take the bottom notes, that will work, right? So we can just throw this in. Like, it doesn't sound bad, right? But since our melody is kind of like really bare bones and it's like super repetitive, we can kind of get away with using other notes. So if you want to, we can, I don't know, we could do like, let's try the root and then C. Like that works, and that kind of gives the vibe that we want as well. Or you could just take the bottom notes and you can make a chord backwards from it to find other notes to use. So this will be an F major, we could try that. And then we could just try this. And then we could try this, right? This is all the same chord, right? Okay, something like that will work, and you can kind of fix it up how you want. I'm gonna just go in and kind of put these on and make sure they're give it that jazz feel a little bit. And then we just pull it down, and then we have our bass. So now we can go ahead and finish our other instruments. All right, so next up we have another guitar. It's the same one from the previous, but we're gonna be using this for the chords. Now I have it on power chords because I can't really trust this VST too much to do it manually, because sometimes it doesn't work and I don't have time to be fiddling with all these settings and stuff. So we're gonna be using the power chords. And pretty much we're just gonna use our ear and just try to find something that fits with what we have already. So we can just literally go down the whole thing. like that. Let's see. This one. Okay, I'm gonna use that one, and then let's see if we can just do this. Okay, I like that. I think it sounds okay. I'm not sure about this note yet, but I can't really hear it anyway, but I really like this one and how this works. So let's move on to our next instrument here. All right, so next up we have our third guitar, which is the Illya Efimov Acoustic. Let's go ahead and go in here, and this is gonna be our counter. Just something simple. I'm not gonna try to overdo it, and let's use a 1/3 grid for this. I'm gonna just listen to it and figure out where I want to put my notes and whatever. Slide that over. I think I'm gonna leave it like that, because if we add like a tape delay on it or something like that, it'll kind of fill up a little bit. So I think that's good. And what do we have next? We could add our vocals in. I don't really think we need this, but I guess if we have time we can. All right, so now we have Arcade for the vocal, and I just chose one that I already used before, Priceless from Hooked, and then I just put it on A minor. Okay, that's what it sounds like. I don't really think we need it. I added it because there is a vocal in the style, but I don't know. I feel like this is good enough, but we can try adding it just because it's here already. So I'm probably fast forward a little bit just of me picking these, but I'm gonna just go through and see which ones I like. Okay, I like that. Not sure if I fast forward or not, but that is the entire melody. So now we're gonna go ahead and throw in our drums, and then we can just do the effects. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and do our drums now. I just muted some of the sounds and I put them on a separate pattern just because I just like to do my drums like that. So let's go ahead and put the basic ones in. And then while we're at it, we could turn the swing up to about 20 to, we could do like 25%. Just so it's a little bit of groove in there. And then now we just listen to it once we have these bass drums down and just fill in the gaps. Okay, and then we could turn this up, turn these up. Okay, and then from here you can layer, you can add sounds in other places. It's up to you how much you want to do. I'm gonna just layer real quick just to save a little bit of time. Turn these up a little bit. And then what I'm gonna do is highlight these and hold shift and drag it over a bit, just so it sounds layered now. And then I'm gonna take the other part and pull it back like that. All right, just so it has like some depth to it. It's not just like a single sound playing at the exact same time. And then from here, I'm gonna just kind of go through, and if I do anything, I'll slow it down, but I'm gonna try to keep it real time. So I'm gonna keep it real time. Let's just kind of throw these sounds in. Then let's do something like this. Delete these, and then I'm gonna take these, pull them down. And I'm gonna offset this just a little bit. All right, now with this one, what we can do here, let's do like a little groove like this. Well, let me see. And let's turn these down and these down. Okay, I like that. Now what we can do with this is actually give it a little bit of groove. So I'm gonna pull these out so you can see. So if we take everything, so the one that is on the grid, the one that starts, you leave alone, and then we can take everything after it, and you can kind of put it in between. You can see it gives it a little bit of groove now, right? So now we can pull this over. Now we got like a little groove, sounding pretty good. And then from here, we can just fill in these little perks and stuff like this. Turn these down. All right, and we can fix that in post. So that's going to be it for the drums. Now we can go into kind of doing the effects. So I'm gonna load up some effects and stuff, and I'll show you why I use them and what I use them on. All right. Okay, so for the effects, I'm gonna try to get through this quickly. So for the drums, I just added a fast distortion, and I boosted some of the highs a bit, and then I boosted the kick just so it has a little bit more thump, and put it in mono. So this is what it sounds like. Try to run through this quick. Wait. Just so it's a little bit more clear. All right, now bass, I just leveled and panned. Now as far as panning, both of these instruments had about the same frequency, so I panned them opposite, so I don't have to do that much mixing. And that's pretty much how I do the panning. So here's the bass, and then, well, with the bass, I usually mix it according to the kick, so the kick can punch through it. So that's why it's at -1. Now for the vocals, I'll show you off and on real quick. Okay, so we just EQ'd out some of the lows just so it's mixed in well with the guitars and stuff. And then I have a doubler just to make it wider. Okay, and then we use ultra pitch for like a harmonizer pretty much. And then we have thermal. Now I don't know, this just made it sound really cool, so I just used that. It kind of gave this like effect. And then portal for some ambience, okay? Forever delay. Okay, and then these two, just the same EQ here pretty much. Thermal, the preset is static variations and lo-fi. And then on the chords, we have angry echoes and guitar and keys. And the reason I'm showing y'all this is because the effects make a big difference. So let's play these. And then our main guitar, we have portal and flutter clouds and guitar and keys. Okay, I'll play that solo. And I believe I put it in reverse, so that's why it has that effect. All right, so now for the master, We put an R bass because I like subs, so I just wanted some subbiness in there. So we added the R bass. I'll play them one by one. Really makes the kick really heavy. And there's J37 just for like some tape emulation with the wow and flutter. So I'll just. And this is originally on 15 IPS and I put it to 7.5. So. And then the Ultra Maximizer, just so it's not peaking that much. Alright, so that is the effects and that's the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure you like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.